Alright guys, so it's been a while since we've done a video, but we're getting into something new here, Excel, so I want to make sure that we're all on the same track. So what we've been working on are invoices. I'm sorry, quotes, a quotation. So what a quote is if you own a business and somebody wants your services, they may ask you for a quote. So that explains what you're going to do and for how much. So this is a very important thing. We're going to first start off with typing out hourly quotation. All right, usually this will just say quote or something like that. And what a lot of you guys at this point in time wonder, how do I make the row wider? Well, you can make it wider just by clicking right here between the 1 and the 2 and holding and dragging. But what you really want to know is how to make the font larger. And to do that, all you need to do is just go ahead and click right here. All right, let me go ahead and step back. Because usually when you make the font larger, what will happen is the row will get bigger. For some reason, that's not happening here, but it will happen on yours. Okay, after we have quotation, you'll see that it's in light gray. So we'll go ahead and change the font color like that. And then over here, we've got a couple little sections where we need to type in the date and the estimate number. But one thing we don't want to do is go past our page. So to see where our page is, we go to page layout and we go to orientation and we click on landscape, and you see it gives you our margins of where a landscape page would be, but then we go back to portrait. Okay, so we are way past. This is a standard page size. We are way past it. So let's go ahead and go right here and we're going to type in, I want to see if I can merge these into more cells. I want to see if that will actually work. No. Okay. So what we're going to do here is type in date. Let's do it right here. Date. And we're going to type in the date, which would be 2/24/2020. And we're going to type in the estimate number. We do the pound sign, or hashtag if you will, by pressing shift and the number 3. And we're going to give this an estimate number of 1212. So every time you give an estimate, you give it a number. That way, if ever you need to look it up in the computer, you can find it there. So what you'll see here is that these are right aligned, and they are highlighted with a color light purple. You will not find the light purple there, so we're going to go to more colors, and we're going to go to a light purple, and let's see how that works. That works. We also have this in the font's color of white. Okay, we're also going to want to, actually this is supposed to be caps, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and if it doesn't fit, we'll just do this and make our columns a little bit wider. Okay, I actually want to go a little bit darker on that. For some reason it seems a little too light, so I'm going to go right there with that one. That feels and looks a lot better. And actually I want to bring this hourly quotation. I don't like this whole row, so I'm going to right click on the number 1 and just delete the whole row. And now I'm going to type in hourly quotation. And now I'm going to try raising the font size larger. And sure enough, there you go. It works. Change this to a light gray. Okay, now down here we have got several rows. The first one says service provider, and we're also going to have below that name, company name, street address, city. Don't copy what I'm doing here because I'm going to give you a whole completely different one. I'm just doing this to let you guys know how to format it. Zip code and phone and email and website. Okay, so right here, right off the bat, this is going to be several cells, and what we're going to do there is we're going to go ahead and highlight that in the same purple. You'll see it here under recent, and we're going to merge that, and we're going to change the font color to white. Okay, now all this is what I want you all to type in there. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you right now. Okay, I'm coming back in here. Now right here you're going to have your name, and you own this company, all right? It's called Ultra Media Design Group. The address is 1234 West Cedar Avenue, Edinburgh, Texas 78539. The phone number is 956-827-3536. The email is info@umdgonline.com. And our website is, but before I give you the website, one thing some of you guys are running into is that you try to type right here, or you try to continue this. Let's say this goes on, and you want to continue typing this, and you say, hey, what happened? Well, wherever you start the text from is the cell that you have to click on in order to move your cursor to that area. So let's go ahead and give the website. This website is called www.umdgonline.com. All right, now we are the service provider. Now right here we are going to type out customer, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what to type in this portion. Okay, so remember, we own the business Ultra Media Design Group, and we have been asked by our local marble slab franchisee to create a sort of media campaign for them. They want to raise their business by branching out and onto the social media such as Facebook, Instagram, whatever they can. They don't know anything about this. They own the business, but they've heard that social media is a way to advertise, so they've hired us to do this. So this is the customer's information. Matt Avalos, Marble Slab, 1514 East Trenton, Edinburgh, Texas 78539. Phone number is 956-359-4563. Email is matt@marbleslabcreamery.com, and the website is marbleslabcreamery.com. So we're going to go ahead and come here, and we are going to fill that in, change the text color to white, and go ahead and merge that so that it is centered. If you need to, you can left align, center, or right align, but we're going to center it for now. So looking good so far. You'll notice that this one looks a little bit longer than this one, so if that's bothering you, you can do this number and kind of work it out so they're about the same. Okay, so it's looking good so far here, so let's go ahead and continue. We've got a text box right below here, and there's some text. Let's go ahead and fill that in. Okay, so this is the text here. What is the project description? It's to provide newly designed layout for Marble Slab Creamery that will include a redesign of the Facebook page and a creation of Instagram account to increase sales. So that's a little short description of what we're doing. Now what we're going to do here is go ahead and merge that, highlight this bottom row, merge that, and we're going to put a frame around that. To do that, we're going to highlight both, and we are going to come here to borders, and we're going to give it a border, outside border. You can go with a thick or regular. We're just going to go with a regular right now. Okay, and so now let's continue on the portion that we have below that. So first we have what says ID, and next to that we have in all caps description. A few more columns down, we've got hours. Remember, we get paid per hour here, per hour, and we've got a $sign, shift 4 for that, and we're going to have to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. And after that we've got total, so this will give you our total. We want all these here to be centered, so we're going to highlight the entire row and click on centered, and that will center them all. We also want this to be highlighted in purple and text color white. Oops, I messed up here on description. Oh, that's because it doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to go ahead and merge these two right here, and that will allow it to fit. Okay, so we've got several things that we are going to provide here as a service. We've got 1, enter, 2, enter, 3. The first one is, and we're going to go ahead and center those so it looks nicer. The first service that we are going to provide is a, take off caps lock, is a Facebook cover and profile redesign. Okay, that is going to take us about 6 hours, and we get paid $25 per hour. All right, that will give us a total of 6 times 25 is $150. Now you'll see here that when I type in the 0.00, when I click off of that, it messes up. So what we need to do is highlight these, and we need to, and also if I were to type a $sign there, shift 4, you'll see that the 0.00 comes off. So what we're going to do is highlight all these. Actually, we'll go further down, all the way down to the bottom of the page, which is right here. Oops. And we are going to right click and go to Format Cells, and we are going to go to Currency, and we are going to give it a symbol. We're going to give it the $sign, and it's going to be 0.00. So we're going to go ahead and go with this one right here and click OK, and you'll see that we get our zeros. So this is very important. If the numbers don't come out the way you want, you can right click, go to Format Cells, and they have everything here from the dates, the time, how do you want the time to come out, how do you want the date to come out, how do you want the currency to come out, how do you want the numbers to come out, with a 0.00, with a negative, in red. This is very, very important. Highlight your cell, right click, Format Cells, and choose the format you want. Now the next thing that we're going to provide for this in this quote is a creation of a Instagram account. So these people do not have an Instagram account. How long is that going to take us? Well, we're going to say it's going to take 2 hours, and the price per hour for that is $25. It's notated here that this is in dollars, so that will be a total of 50. So let's type in 50 and it should format. Yes. Lastly, we are going to do a, what else can we do for these people? We can do a, how about we do for them business cards? We're going to make some business cards for these people, and that's going to take 3 hours at $25, and this is going to be $75. Okay, so now we've got all that, and what the thing has on it is that all this here is merged. Actually, they're all merged. Below that, we've got several merged lines that we're going to do, and that is because when we go ahead and add borders, we want them to look very, very, very nice. So okay, so I went ahead and merged 14 cells. So now what I'm going to do is highlight them, and I am going to put a border, all borders, and that's going to make that look like that. I'm also going to center everything so it looks nice and neat. Okay, continuing below that, what I'm going to type out right here in all caps is subtotal, and below that I'm going to type out tax rate, because we have to charge tax, and then sales tax, what the sales tax will be, and then right here I'm going to go ahead and type out shipping and handling. Well, there's none. Actually, I'm just going to take that out. Let me just press backspace. I'm going to go for total. Okay, so right here we're going to go ahead and do all borders on that one as well, and we're going to give it a subtotal of 150 plus 50 is 200, plus 75 is $275, with a tax rate of 0.825, which is the tax rate here in the United States. I guess it estimates up to 8.23. Let's see if we can format that to come out with a different type of symbol. So we're going to go to accounting and go to 3 decimal places. 8.25, perfect. So the sales tax, 8.25% of $275. Let me go ahead and search for my calculator. All right, so we've got 275 times 0.0825 equals $22.69 if it rounds out. So let's go ahead and type in $22.69. That gives us a total of, let's go ahead and add 275, and that gives us, oops, I'm sorry about that. Let's go ahead and type in 22.69 plus $275 equals $297.69. 297.69, 297.69. Oops, 297.69. Okay, so this is our grand total right here. And what we're going to do is go ahead and shade these in a light, very light gray, just to give it a little pop, just like that. Now below here, as you know, and if they agree to this, you're going to want to have them sign for it. So we're going to go ahead and do this right here. We're going to type in all caps, because that's the style we've been going for. Thank you for your business, exclamation point. And we're going to go ahead and merge that one. All right, and below that, we're going to go ahead and type in right here, signature, and then we're going to give a couple spaces, and I'll show you what we're going to do here. So here, we're going to go ahead and give it our treatment of the purple with the white text. And here for signature, we're going to go ahead and come here to these cells, highlight them, and we want a line right there. So we're going to come here and we want a line on the bottom. Not a thick line, just a regular line. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and highlight this in a light gray. I want to try to do the same color gray that we did before, which was right. We'll just go with that, see how that looks. Oops. A light gray. Right there, okay? And that is our quote. Looks very nice, looks very professional. The only thing that kind of bothers me is that this has that on top. If we were to try to do something about that, we could right click and go to well, let's not bother with that right now. Let's just leave it like that. If you want to see how it looks, you can go to File, Print, and this is what it looks like if you want a preview of what it looks like. But it looks really, really, really good. Now, today we're working on this. Tomorrow we will work on the actual Facebook profile redesign, and we'll figure out something with the Instagram account for Marble Slab, as well as something for the gift cards to add to this quote. All right, so if you have a skill or there's something you know how to do, you can go ahead and present this quote to a business or a person looking for services. And you know, it could be anything. It could be right here. You could type in, for instance, Fortnite training. All right, 4 hours at $25 an hour, and you can make your own quote for personal training. Maybe you're good at maybe you're good at sewing. Maybe you have some sort of talent that you want to do. But when people see a quote like this, it adds that bit of professionalism to where they will take you serious. So hope you enjoyed this one. This is a quote that we will do. We learned about formatting the cells. That's very, very important for Microsoft Excel. Without knowing how to format, you will be lost. But don't be intimidated by Excel, right? This thing took me here 19 minutes, so you should finish this within the period, all right?